Hi guys, this is video number 3 of my YouTube channel called Milking All the Way. If you're watching my other videos, it's only 2 other ones. I'm a breastfeeding peer counselor. I work for WIC. I work in a WIC office specifically. I counsel moms, pregnant moms, breastfeeding moms, moms who want to know about breastfeeding. I just counsel everybody in regards to breastfeeding. I hold classes and stuff like that. Right now during COVID, I'm making a lot of phone calls, doing some virtual meetings. They're actually kind of enjoyable to see other people's faces, and they want to match my voice to my face, so that I think that helps too sometimes. So for me today, I'm going to talk about something I talk about in all my classes, of course. Everything I talk about on these channels, I typically talk about my classes, but I can't talk about everything because inside the office setting, I have a scope that I should not go out of. But with other IBCLCs in my life and me studying to be one, I feel comfortable speaking about some things here that, look, you don't have to take, there's no medical advice really going on here. It's just some things that I can counsel to people. So today's video is about the magical first hour. What is that, right? It is the hour after you give birth to baby. Now, some moms will be like, oh God, no, gross. That can't be the magical first hour because how much did I poop when I was giving birth? And I feel so gross and disgusting. But unless you've had a child before, you know that hour is kind of magical. You don't care. Once you've given birth, there's euphoria that goes over you. And you could care less about how many times you pooped, because guess what? The nurses don't care either. They're there for the poop, and they're constantly cleaning it off. Boom, boom, boom. Towels and towels and towels. Taken. They could care less. They don't know. They don't care if they did 10 towels with you or 20 towels with you. They don't go to their lounge later on and say, hey, that lady in 2B, whew, that was like 60 towels, right? She must have been really constipated. No. If you are in the medical field to be with pregnant women in delivery, they're ready for it all. So, the magical first hour. It's the hour most hospitals, I say most because some hospitals aren't reaching or are not at all baby friendly. But that magical first hour is this hour where baby's put on your chest, whether you had a C-section or vaginal delivery. And this is all in the scope of a clean, typical procedure. Not, you can have an emergency section, they do the same thing. Emergency section, they take baby, check baby out, and then they put baby in your chest. Not very cleaned up very at all. You don't want the baby cleaned. You want the baby in their glory, their guts, everything, the little film on them. They're like everything. You want the baby because you just gave birth and you want that little thing you were growing in your belly for so long. So the magical first hour, it is pretty crucial. Not 100%. Like I said, some moms are not always there. Some moms had to be knocked out because they needed to do the C-section so fast they couldn't wait for epidural. But typically a mom has this first hour to be with her champion, dad, partner, whoever they want to designate to be the person in the room with them, to be there and observe the baby. And the baby looks at mama, looks up at mama, and you guys look at each other in the eyes. And it's just so beautiful. But this is the time when baby tries to do what we call the breast crawl. There's other YouTube videos on it. It's basically when they put the baby on your breast, you just you're usually in awe anyways. You're like, oh, the baby's right here. Baby lifts their head up, looks you in the eyes, puts her head back down. It's very surprising how strong they are. Lifts her head up, puts it back down, moves their arms, stops, falls asleep. Wakes back up, starts her little journey. So we call this a magical hour because we try to think that's going to happen within the hour where the baby crawls to your breast. Right? If you look at some of the other YouTube videos, the baby's neck is stronger than you think it is. Because everyone's like, oh, the baby's neck, support the neck, support the neck. Their neck is strong and they lift and they put their head down. and they lift and they crawl and they put their head down. And it's outsider looking in, you're like, wow, look at that baby go. So that first hour is all about baby trying to find your nipple. Now moms will say, I get moms all the time say, well, this is like, it's secretions, like little droplets of stuff on the outside my nipples, on the areolas. Is that colostrum? Should I try to keep that? Should I? It's not colostrum. It is actually your body's scent. It's like scent indicators for babies. So when you give birth, you'll see a lot of that on your areola again, like little droplets. But those droplets there smell and they taste like your amniotic fluid. This is something babies can smell and something babies want to taste because they just came out of your womb intaking all the stuff, and that's normal to them. They're like, okay, so I need to get back to that place. And that's why they crawl to your nipples. It's quite awesome. Like, wow, our bodies are meant for this. Our bodies are offering our baby, hey, look, this is where your nutrients are. Come on over. Come crawl to me. So baby will crawl, and they get on. They'll kind of latch. Sometimes moms will say, because you're doing a laid back position, best latch they ever had. Baby's still kind of new, so sometimes you get a pinch. Ooh! Because babies are born with their hard palates. So sometimes if they're trying to get that nipple in, they'll get it in not far enough, and they'll clamp down. You'll woo, snap, ah! And their next suckle won't hurt as much because they now have gotten the nipple further in their mouths. We'll talk about proper latch position, stuff like that in another video. But this magical first hour deserves its own first video because now baby's getting latched. You might have to help them a little bit. Like they're going a little off course, so you help them a little bit. But they typically can do it all by themselves. A little bit of adjustment for mom, but not major. Not a nurse coming in and putting baby right in your breast, because that was like whoa, and hasn't given your body that time to smell baby and get all the yummy yums from the baby, the scent, and the baby to smell you and everything else. So that magical first hour, they'll get to your nipple and they'll get little droplets of what we call colostrum. Talked about it before. It's what we call liquid gold. It's just little drops. And it really starts getting into baby's belly. But baby's belly, when they come out of the womb, is already full. It's full of amniotic fluid they were intaking because that was their practicing. They're practicing suckling, eating, chewing a little bit in the womb. So they've taken in all this amniotic fluid. So even though their belly is the size of a small marble, it's full. So the colostrum is there more to encourage baby to continue suckling. Like, oh, this tastes good. I like this. And the colostrum helps to flush out all the amniotic fluid, all the skin cells, everything they've been eating in their womb, in your womb, everything. So those little drops are perfect. Don't let a nurse or a doctor, and most doctors won't see you in the right beginning anyways, but some nurses will say, baby needs to eat. Baby does not need to eat. Baby has a full belly already. Your colostrum is helping move that stuff out, which, then comes the meconium, black sticky poops, for a couple days. But the colostrum acts as a Band-Aid for the little holes in their intestines that they're born with, which will help for a lifetime of good digestive health. And it helps with in a laxative type of way to push all the stuff out baby doesn't need. So yeah, brand new babies poop a lot. We like to see 1 for the first day, 2 for the second day, 3 for the third day, 4 for the fourth day. By day 4, you should get 4 wet and poopy diapers. Now we can kill off on the 5th day. Oh, I only got 3. Still, as long as we're seeing constant diapers, we know baby's getting fed. Because baby wouldn't pee or poop if they weren't getting enough food in their system. So that's why those first couple days, that little bit of milk you make is enough. And that breast crawl starts promoting that magical first hour starts to promote your breast milk production. It's kind of cool. I had an emergency C-section myself, and my milk came in on day 3. And it came in, and I didn't know anything was going on. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, my boobs, they hurt. My nipples are flat. Baby won't latch. And I had the lactation consultant come in and say, whoa, don't really see this quickly, but hey, let's get this milk off your breast. And then I had to start with hand expression, stuff like that, to try to get the milk off my breast and get my nipples to pop back out so baby could latch. But again, we'll talk about in another video about like just starting breastfeeding specifically, holds and positions with baby, especially when milk comes in. You might not have you might not have a pump yet, or self-expression, hand expression's weird, and you can't really get it done. But we'll talk about that stuff. So again, the magical first hour, nobody comes in. Oh, I forgot about that. Nobody comes in. Nobody measures baby. Everyone leaves you alone for that first hour. After they're out cleaning you up, which you won't even notice because you're so in love with your baby. It's pretty awesome. It's what most moms get to do. And you can do it too. See you in video 4. Bye, guys.